Hello, welcome back to Buffie and Crochet. This is my third podcast, so this is episode 3. I hope that those of you who are watching enjoy this, and if you do, share it with your friends and like it and subscribe to my channel. I'm glad that you all are here. I wanted to do a podcast sooner, before Christmas, but I'd been sick. If you can tell my voice, I'm still a little bit sick and under the weather. So I did not get a chance to do that. But I am doing it now, so hopefully I will have it up today or tomorrow. Today is December the 28th. So, and yesterday was our daughter's birthday. She turned 17, so we were very busy doing all those things with her, so we didn't get a chance to stop much, and I didn't get a chance to film anything. But I have made a few things that I want to share with you and show you what I made, and tell you where I got the patterns and what I thought of the patterns, if they were easy to follow or not. So let's get started. I'm going to start with this shawl. You can see it very well. It's beautiful. And I'm going to come in so you can see how pretty the little, I don't know what they're called, but I call them berries. They're little berries with the stem. I think they're so pretty, and I love this border that this pattern called for. It's just so pretty. The entire shawl is just gorgeous. Luckily, I had the yarn when we were making it. I mean, when I was looking through the patterns, I've been trying to look for patterns that I have the yarn already on hand to do, and I did have this yarn, and I didn't have to order it, so I was glad. But I really do love this edging, the border of this shawl. I think it's so pretty. And this shawl, you can find the pattern at Dada's Place. It wasn't a difficult pattern to follow at all. It was single crochets, and then you had to make your little berries. But it's not a mindless pattern. You do have to count, or you won't get your berries and your stems in the correct place. So you have to count a lot, and you do have to stay focused on this pattern. So it's not a difficult pattern to do. The only thing difficult about it is that you do have to count. But I am glad that I made this because I'm really proud of it. I think it's beautiful. Look at this edging more. When you get to the edging, not only do you have the berries, but then you have, I'm just call them extra stems because they're made the same way. You have this extra stems in between the berries that just give it some extra detail that I find beautiful. I think it's very beautiful. Yeah, I love this shawl. I actually just finished it just a few days ago, and if everything goes well and we're all feeling better, I hope to wear it to church on Sunday. I think it's a pretty shawl. Today's Wednesday, so hopefully by then everybody will be well. I will show you the yarn that I used. It is the yarn that it was called for in the pattern. And I have no idea if I pronounce this correctly. Alize Angora Gold. I don't know if I say Alize, Alize. I'm not sure. But like I said, I had this already. I had originally ordered it from Etsy, is where I had gotten the yarn. And the color is 01. It is an Angora gold. Don't know if you can see that, but maybe you can. And here is what I have left. And you can see it's a fingering weight yarn, I believe. But if you go to Dada's Place, and I will put this in the description, you can get this pattern there. I used a 2.5 millimeter hook. Again, that's a small hook. So you have to count, and you may have to wear your readers so you can see. But other than that, it's very easy to follow this pattern for this shawl. I enjoyed making it. And if you make it, please share a picture in our comments, or let me know that you've made it, because it is a beautiful shawl. Okay, let's go to the next one. I have several shawls today. I made this shawl several years, 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, but I wanted to share it with you because I think it is pretty also. Isn't it pretty? See how it just lays? The fabric's really pretty. The yarn and the stitching. You can, the gray and the cream and the navy and the gray and then the cream. It's so pretty. And it's soft. It's very soft. This pattern came from Lulu Loves Crochet, and I am pretty sure that I purchased this from her Etsy store. But it is also very nice. A very nice pattern to follow. As you can see, it is all 3 cluster stitches, like a traditional granny square stitch. So it's really not hard at all to follow, and there's not much counting that you have to do in this one. The pattern's easy to read and to follow. I can't remember, because she is from the UK, if it's written in UK or US terms, but sometimes she has it for both. I'm going to tilt this camera down just a little bit. Sometimes she has it for both, and when she does, you know, I will get the US terms. But if she doesn't, she always shows you. She always shows you the difference. Like a double crochet in the US is a treble, I believe, in the UK. But anyway, she always shows a chart. But I believe a treble in the UK is a double crochet in the US. But that's another pretty shawl that, again, I hope you try. And I will put the links to where to find these patterns in the description below. And the yarn, I was really surprised when I started looking, because I did not think that I would have any of that yarn left where it had been a few years ago, but I do. And this yarn is Drops Alpaca. And I am pretty sure that I ordered the exact yarn that she called for in the pattern. And I ordered this yarn from Etsy. So if you get the pattern and you decide to make this yarn, she will have that listed there. These do not have actual colors. It has a color number and a lot number a dye lot. I will put it in the description. I don't know if it'll be helpful or not because it's hard to match up yarns, colors, but I will put all that in the description. But also, if you go to her page on Etsy and purchase her pattern, she will have all that listed in her pattern for you. All right, I have a third scarf for you, and I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice, so I apologize. But this scarf, I cannot remember where I got the pattern. I do not remember the yarn that I used, but I do know that it was a continuous yarn, like it was a yarn that changed colors throughout. But I will say it's not a thick yarn. It's not a thick yarn, so I don't think it's a 4 or a worsted weight. I think it may be more of a DK, a fingering, somewhere between a 3 and a 4. Maybe, yes, I think it may be a 3. But it did make a beautiful scarf, and I really do like the pinks and the grays. And again, you know, if you make anything, please share it and let me know. I am currently working on this. Well, let me show you what I've already made. This isn't anything fascinating, but I had some yarn that I knew I wasn't going to do anything with as far as garments or scarves or anything. And it is a Lions brand 24/7 cotton. And the color is coffee beans. Coffee beans. And the reason I wasn't going to make any other garments or anything with this is because it's stiff. It's a stiff cotton. It's not a soft cotton. So I made all these dishcloths for my kitchen. And I like to use a dark color, especially if I'm going to use the dishcloths. Sometimes I just want them to set out to be pretty. I'm not going to use them, but I'm going to use these. So I had made some a few years ago in black, and they did really well. So I decided to make these with this brown and this stiff cotton because I thought, since I'm not going to use it for any other garments, it would work great for some dishcloths in the kitchen. And I have a lot of browns in my kitchen too, so that worked out well. And you know, I like to use the dark, as I was saying, for the dishcloths in my kitchen because, you know, these things tend to get stained and not look very well. And so I didn't want a lighter color, and I thought the brown would be nice. But making these, I just used a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet V-stitch to make these. I chained 30, I made 30 chains, and then I believe the 4th chain from my hook, I started making the V-stitch. And I will put this up. I will try to put this up on my blog for you so that you can see the pattern for it. It's very simple. And another thing, if you want to learn a new stitch, making dishcloths is a very good way to practice that stitch, and so you're not wasting time or wasting yarn, and you've actually made something practical that you can use so you can practice your stitches. But I will put this on my blog at buffie.ann crochet for you. And now I can take those back down to the kitchen so we can use them. Alright, the next project that I'm working on is this. And I laugh because I am using a 1.75 needle, which is very small and very tedious, and I don't work with this very often, but this is what I've gotten so far. I don't want to lose my, let me pull that hook, that needle out, that hook out. Okay, here we go. Can you see? I don't know if you can see all the details, but I think it's going to be really pretty. I will show you a picture. This is what it will look like once it is finished. And this is called a sweetheart square, and I wish that you could see. It's starting to take form. You can see here it's starting to take form into those large leaves, and on each edge it's starting to take the form of these. So I am excited to finish this. However, for me to finish this, I have to be very dedicated. I have to focus on this because it is very small yarn. It's very small thread. It's a crochet thread. This is what I'm using. This isn't necessarily, they did call for a 10, but I purchased the red, oh actually I didn't, I already had this, the Red Heart crochet thread, 1,000 yards or 914 meters, and the color is natural. You can pick this up at Walmart if you're looking for it. But I'm excited, and my goal is, I don't like to tell you all my goals because I don't always meet them. So, but I'm going to tell you, but I'm not going to put a deadline because I don't know when it will get finished. I want to make a few of these, and I want to make a runner for my dining room table. Now, initially I thought, well, I will make enough to have 2 side by side and two more all the way down the middle of my table. And then when I started making these, I realized this is going to take some time, and I don't want to put that much time into it. However, I do want the accomplishment of finishing it. So, I am going to make a few of these. I have to see how it works out. I'm going to make a few of these, and then I want to join them together, maybe with some type of lacy crochet stitch that makes them look pretty, but it's not just back to back these sweetheart squares, even though that would be so pretty. But I just don't think I have the staying power to make that happen with work and family and other things that I want to do, my other projects. So I hope to do something like that and then figure out a lacy stitch to put them together to make it look the way it needs to look. Anyway, I really don't know where I'm going there, but that's just an idea I have. And that is all I have for you today. But I do want you, if you make any of these shawls, if you make any of these patterns, comment in the comment section. Let me know, share with me if there's something that you want to learn. maybe I would be able to show you, and if I can't show you, maybe we can learn together and figure it out. That would be fun. But it has finally warmed up here in the mountains of Virginia. It's almost 50 degrees. During Christmas time, it's been very, very cold, so we haven't been out much. So I'm hoping to get out and maybe do some things. I did go to our public library and looking through some of their resources. They have a lot of resources online, and I wanted to share with you. And you may already know this, but well, I'm sure you know if you like to crochet that a subscription to crochet magazines can be expensive, especially if you want several of them. Um, but your library has them online. You just have to get a library card and find them online. So that's an option for you. So I hope that you visit your public library, and I hope that you subscribe to this channel and like this video, and also comment please on anything you'd like to learn, anything you liked, and anything that you just want to share. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.